Hello, people. Yeah. Well, this one's kind of a little bit of a somber rant today. Yes, it is. If you can hear me, that's fine. If you can't, then turn your speakers up a little more because I'm not going to yell and rant today. No, because you don't need to yell and rant when you tell people, I told you so. Now, we'll go back to when Obama was elected. Even before then, when Bush had it, I even said back then, even if Obama's elected, he's not going to be able to turn things around the way that people want them to do from the Bush debacle for 8 years. Was I right? Yes. I also told people that he wouldn't get his agendas pushed across the way he wanted to once they took him to Bilderberg and he went to the summit. He went. Things didn't change, did they? Now, I told everybody about the Dodd-Frank Act, how Americans can no longer buy gold and silver over the counter legally in the United States because it's considered treason and terrorism to the United States. Did any of you listen? No. Did the bill pass? Yes. Can you buy gold and silver over the counter legally anymore? No. Once again, didn't listen. Then I warned everybody that as soon as we started mentioning about the federal banks, about the Federal Reserve trying to move and putting all of our money into things that nobody wants it to, nobody believed me. And look where we're at now. Welcome to Occupy Wall Street. Welcome to Occupy Denver. Welcome to Occupy Canyon City. Welcome to Occupy everywhere in America. Did people listen? No. And look what's happening. Told you. Now, the latest one is somebody posted that we need to pull all of our money out of banks and put it in the credit unions, which is a good idea, by the way. However, the banks know this. This is why all weekend, anybody who has tried to close a bank account has been arrested. Gee, when did I say that was going to happen? I would say a couple weeks ago when they originally posted the idea, and I said it was a novel idea, but it's not going to work because the banks are going to get smart and start popping people. And guess what? They are. What a nice way of saying we no longer have control over our money. They do. It's like you work and earn a wage, and I'm saying this to everybody, from anybody who works slinging coffee for bikers and truckers in the morning at a truck stop, to strippers at night, to people who help run businesses, to people who own small businesses. It's like, people, this affects everybody, okay? Forget what you keep hearing about everything else. These people are hokey and they're a bunch of hippies and a bunch of stoners. And no, these are people that have been screwed over, okay? This is also how the French Revolution started. But it's kind of funny that now, we go back to then, Marie Antoinette told everybody, let them eat cake. Now the financial institutions are telling us, let them eat shit. Do you see a problem here yet, people? Are you that blind to what is going on? Seriously, are you that fucking blind? Okay? I am setting up a call right now. A call to mental arms, to everyone who watches these, reads these, shares these, does what they do with them. Yourself, your friends, everyone else, we need to stand up against this. This is the only way it's going to stop. If we, the people, do not voice our opinions now and get these people out of there, they're just going to keep doing it to us. And within the next year, before December 24th, 2012, we won't have much of a country left anyway. because we will be so financially broke, and especially after this new bit of information that was brought to my attention this week, we won't even have the money to buy the toilet paper to wipe our own asses on the sidewalk for being homeless. Because now Obama, and I posted a map the other day, by the way, that shows all the different spots around that we have now occupied, except for one. And Obama signed the bill for us to go into Iran. Oops. Here comes your global thermonuclear war, people. I'm not warning you now. I'm telling you. It's gonna happen. Okay? I have no affiliation with any of them, but trust me, I haven't been wrong in the last 6 months. What makes you think I'm going to be wrong now? Okay? Not only that, Obama is now going to take us back to war in Africa. Now, I'm still a little pissed off about this one because, and I will get into the military side of this fairly briefly, but my nephew just came back from Africa, from where they're going to be fighting. And he has got major breathing problems. He can't breathe right now. They have to, he's only 30 years old and he's on oxygen just for taking a visit and having to be over there. Major problems, people. Because if this is going to happen to one person, this is going to happen to all our troops when we get over there. Mark my words. It will happen. And then what's going to happen? We're going to have even more people coming back sick and injured. Now, once again, as I said, I have nothing against our armed forces. I have nothing against the men and women that serve our country in a military fashion. I salute every single one of you. I just don't believe in the war they're forcing you to fight, or the wars they're forcing you to fight right now, just for global supremacy. That's all this is, people. It's not to stop the terrorists. If you look at the map and the areas in the Middle East we occupy, it's like a fucking risk game. They've taken over Saudi Arabia. Why? Because that's where all the prime resources are at right now. Duh! Come on, people. When are you going to realize this? And now that we're going to be going back into, we're going to try to go into Iran, which they've got nuclear capability, and guess what they're going to try to do if we fuck with them. Good luck, folks. I hope you like glowing in the dark just like everybody in Fukushima, because it's going to happen. Okay? And then we're going into Africa where they can pull up biological terrorism down there to the end of time. These people know what they're doing. Okay? Okay. Yet, we're going to go in there, and we're sending our troops in there, by the way, to have more of them get blown up, come back with these diseases or rare problems, only to come home and find out that the VA has no money to take care of them because all the money was pushed forward into the war effort to take over these areas that are rich in resources that we don't own, and that are on banking systems that we haven't failed with. I mean, they haven't failed with. We failed with them because we went with the Rothschild's banking system, just like most of all the major cities in this country and in the world, is what I meant to say. And they've all been screwed over, and everybody's on the verge of bankruptcy. Now we're going after the countries that aren't on the verge of bankruptcy because they didn't follow to the bullshit that everybody else did. Oops. Yet, by this week, it's almost that time for CEOs to get their salary bonuses. How much do you want to bet these guys are going to get it, and yet the rest of us are still going to get fucked over? You know what? Not anymore. Now's the time when we need to rise up, go to our Congress people, whether if it does any good or not, do what the rest of everybody else is doing too. Occupy your streets, occupy your towns, occupy your states. Reoccupy America! We have to, because they've done it wrong, and they're ready to just bend us all over and give it to us in the end. And if you don't start doing it now, they're about 3 months away from doing it. Okay? Get off your asses, get off your fucking couches, and get out there. I'm tired of seeing it happen. I'm sick. I'm sick of it. It almost makes me want not to be an American anymore and move to another country where at least I might have a fighting chance of survival. Just like the rest of you. And you're going to see this coming real quick. Especially to some of my friends in Nevada who just found out Nevada Power got audited. And they found out that they were lying to everybody and saying, we're not making a profit. And they're making a huge profit. And yet they still want another 17% increase. Good luck, people. Unless you don't stand up and open your mouths, it's going to happen. And once again, I'm just going to look you right in the eyes and say 4 words. I told you so. End of story. Peace, people. Don't forget to start buying beans and shotgun shells because you're going to need them. Peace out. Later.